Smash Ultimate is my favorite game, and the list of mechanics that I'm going to be mentioning today are some main reasons why. Let's dive in, shall we? At number 10 is the fact that you can B-reverse all final smashes in the game. To me, this mechanic was something I wish occurred in all Smash games, and once I learned it was included in Ultimate, I was more than pleasantly surprised. It's just that little something I think the game needed, especially for those who enjoy the casual side of Smash. Number 9 is teching after you've been footstooled. By the way, I find it interesting that in the techniques section of the game, this is called breaking fall. In previous Smash games, if you got footstooled in the middle of a creative combo, for instance, there was nothing you could do to prevent taking massive damage or losing a stock. However, now, with good timing, that combo can be cut short with the press of the shield button. Being able to tech a footstool adds a whole new dimension to the game and raises the skill ceiling just a little, a common theme among other mechanics on this list. At number 8, I have turnaround up smash, or dash flip then up smash attack. What a weird way to say that. To turn around up smash in other Smash games, you had to master this technique called jump cancel, which simply meant to press the jump button right before pushing the control stick the opposite way you run and inputting up smash. However, in Ultimate, jump cancel does not exist, so turnaround up smash became way easier. You just run, turn around, then up smash. Though this mechanic kind of lowers the skill ceiling ever so slightly, it simplifies this technique, which I was glad to welcome. Plus, in other Smash games, the jump cancel got really annoying, especially when you're just trying to do a full hop up air. So I'm glad Nintendo got rid of it. At number 7 is the ability to hold a fully charged smash attack. I love the fact that you can not only hold a final smash to reach 1.4 times its power, but that you can hold the animation at max power for an additional 2 seconds to time the hit perfectly. This makes it a little tougher for the opponent to guess when the animation ends for the perfect punish, leaving you with a greater chance to land a final blow. Now, who doesn't love that? Number 6 is the push mechanic, or what the developers aptly named shoving match. In Ultimate, fighters on the ground will push each other rather than cross through like in previous Smash titles. There are pros and cons to this one, but I definitely think the scales tip heavily toward the pros. Though sometimes I would like to get behind my opponent for a big hit in the other direction without jumping. This alone is why I think the push mechanic is such a good addition. At number 5, we have to talk about dodging. Of course, though dodging, like spot dodging and air dodging, is not new to the series, there are some innovative differences coded into Smash Ultimate, mainly 3 that I want to cover. Number 1, continuous dodging penalty. Number 2, the 1 air dodge limit. And number 3, directional air dodging. First, the continuous dodging penalty. It refers to the slowing consequence you receive when dodging too frequently, which forces you to explore other types of movement. This is a very helpful mechanic against your opponent, especially when playing online. Second, the 1 air dodge limit has the same effect, basically forcing you to think through all of your defensive options in certain situations, which punishes purely reactive or panicking actions. And lastly, the triumphal return of directional air dodges, but with an important improvement. The fact that you can directionally air dodge to grab the ledge or place yourself in safer spots adds a whole new type of movement to Smash. The directional air dodge, along with easy dash dancing, is a big reason why I think Ultimate has the best and most comprehensive movement out of any Smash game. At number 4, let's talk about B-reverse. Specifically, the ability to B-reverse side specials and down specials. Though this mechanic is not new, it was in Smash 4, the air mobility in Ultimate is greater than any other Smash game, so B-reverses offer a greater mobility reward. For example, B-reversing side and down specials is most notably rewarding on defense, as it throws off your opponent to provide a safe landing, or it provides an opening to attack. This technique takes a while to master, but it significantly widens the skill gap among competitive players, which is why it's so high on my list. Number 3 is immediately attacking when dashing. This is probably the greatest innovation to Smash Ultimate's movement, as it allows you to immediately input a move in the middle of dashing, something older Smash players had always dreamed of. This allows for fast and unexpected combo starters or finishing blows. I think this is the mechanic that Smash needed for a long time. At number 2, I have Cinematic Zoom. I remember watching Nintendo feature Smash Ultimate gameplay at E3 2018, and the thing that stood out to me the most was Cinematic Zoom. I remember actually saying out loud, "That's so anime," which I stand by to this day. Although sometimes it can be false, there is not a better mechanic Nintendo could have added to the game that can make you feel more satisfied in landing the final KO in a match. Cinematic Zoom is the mechanic that we didn't know we needed, but it's the best visual experience in the game. Before we get to number 1, I do have an honorable mention, and that is Taunt Cancel. Now this mechanic is really not that significant at all, other than the obvious meme that people use it for, but perhaps it could be used to throw your opponent off. If you're taunting, then you can cancel it and then go in for an immediate attack, just kind of to trick them a little bit. Otherwise, I just think it's a pretty cool feature. And finally, at number 1 is the Perfect Shield. Now, I'm not talking about the fact that you are able to Perfect Shield, which is not a new thing, but the fact that parry happens at the end of the shield rather than at the beginning. Not only does it look absolutely stunning, but perfect shielding offers the greatest reward for punishes than any other mechanic in any other Smash game. The perfect shield has easily been my favorite mechanic in the game since day one. There's nothing more satisfying than perfectly timing a parry and then punishing your opponent for daring to attack you at all, especially with one of the Shotos. Pair that with Cinematic Zoom and you've got the best interaction of any fighting game. Well, that's my list. And since you made it this far, that means you liked the video, so, you know, give it a like. Comment down below what you think of my rankings, maybe if there's any other mechanics that I missed, and comment some mechanics that you love in Smash Ultimate. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bless you guys.